I'm going to show you how to make one of the easiest pasta recipes you'll ever make in your life. In fact, I don't know why I haven't done this before, but it's penne arrabbiata. It's easy and delicious, but there are a few tips and tricks, a few little steps you've got to pay attention to. So make sure you watch the whole video so you don't miss a step. And it all starts with the tomatoes. I bloody love Italian food. Mamma mia. Your tomatoes. This is the first important step. This is crucial. Whatever brand it is that you're using for this, make sure they're whole, not chopped. I have explained this a lot of times before. Chopped tomatoes are not as good quality as whole. Whole tomatoes tend to be sweeter, richer, just a more intense flavour. So buy whole tomatoes and just crush them up with your hand in a bowl or use a fork. And also for this recipe, make sure you buy the best you can afford. Okay, if you can get hold of San Marzano tomatoes, brilliant. Okay, there's a couple of good brands out there. Cento is good, and also Riga I've used before. Very, very good. But San Marzano are not always accessible, particularly where I live. So I've gone for this brand here, Mutti, or Mutti, I don't know. Don't know how you pronounce it. These are a good brand and they're tasty tomatoes, so buy the best you can afford. Next crucial step, using good olive oil. Now you might be saying to yourself, olive oil? In this economy, it's gone mad. In other areas and other aspects, I would be inclined to agree. But hear me out, hear me out. You could spend £6 to £10 on a steak, but once that's eaten, it's gone. There's no further enjoyment from it. It's gonna be tasty, of course, but it's a one-time thing. You can spend the same amount on a decent bottle of olive oil, but you get multiple recipes from that. Because if you start a recipe like this with good olive oil, you're not gonna have to add loads of other stuff to make it taste nice. If you get what I mean. And I'll give you an example, right? If you take spaghetti aglio e olio, it's a very, very simple Italian dish. It's essentially spaghetti, olive oil, garlic, and you can add parsley and chili to it as well. Now, if you left everything as is, but swap the olive oil out for a neutral bland oil like veg or sunflower, even though you've left everything else in there, it's just not gonna taste good, is it? So invest in a decent extra virgin olive oil and you're gonna get a much higher return on investment. Good value for money, I think. Garlic, make sure you use fresh. Don't use dried or that horrible stuff you get in a jar that's it's bitter and rancid stuff. Use good fresh garlic. I've got 3 cloves. I'm just gonna peel those and slice them up. Get a nice big pan, whack it on the heat. Not too hot, but I'm gonna put that onto about, I'd say 3. Then I'm gonna go in with a liberal amount of extra virgin olive oil, 2 tablespoons I'd say. Look at the colour of that. Liquid gold. And then straight in with your garlic, and also I'm going to add some chili flakes. You can use dried chili flakes or fresh. Dried chili flakes are convenient, aren't they? But don't go overboard at the beginning. I'm going to go in with about, I'd say, a teaspoon. Okay, if you want a bit more in there, add some later on. Taste it as you go. I'm going to bring that to just a gentle sizzle. Be careful. If you go too hot, it's going to burn the garlic and it's knackered and you're going to have to start again. So gently, just be a bit patient. And as that kind of heats up, I can already smell the fruitiness of that olive oil. It's good stuff. And when that's starting to smell nice and fragrant, literally 30 seconds, we can then go in with our tomatoes. I mean, you could already see the colour of these tomatoes. You can see how rich they look. And then I'm going to take the stalks of some fresh parsley. I'm just going to pop those in. You want about 6 or so stalks and just chuck them in whole. Don't worry, because we're going to fish them out at the end. And I'm going to add a pinch of salt. Okay, and then just let that come to a nice gentle simmer. And let it putter away for about 15 to 20 minutes, okay? The sauce should be nice and thick, glossy, rich, etc, etc. Whilst that's doing that, I think we're going to sit down, have a coffee and have a read. And I'm currently catching up, reading through the latest copy of Delicious magazines, one of my favourite magazines, on my phone, because I'm using an app called Readly. Okay, if you don't know who Readly are, they're a monthly digital magazine subscription service. It's simple, easy to use. You pay a monthly fee and you get access to 8,000 plus titles of all your favourite newspapers and magazines. So if you like me, like your cooking, you can get all your favourite cooking magazines on there. But whatever your hobby or interest is, there'll be something for you. And if you like fishing, sport, travel, weddings, beauty, fashion, you name it, you're going to find something for you. I love my cooking, so I've got Delicious magazine on there, I've got Olive, but I've also got photography because that's a big part of what I do. There's a whole bunch of benefits to having Readly. It's eco-friendly, you've got an offline mode so you can download your magazines if you've got limited internet access. But there are a couple of key benefits that really impress me, because obviously we talked about return on investment and value for money with the olive oil, but with Readly, these key 2 benefits I think are going to provide really good value. And the first one is back editions, right? I can't tell you the times, right, where I've remembered a recipe from a magazine and I'll be I really want to make that again, but I can't because I've either lost it, recycled it, gave it away. I just don't have it anymore. Not a problem with Readly. I can just go into the app, find a magazine, scroll down, look for the back issue I want, open it, find the recipe I want. It's mine for as long as I want it, isn't it? No hassle, no grief, it's just right there in front of me. But also they allow you to add up to 5 people to one account. If you've got a family, there's like 4 or 5 of you, you've all got different interests, but with Readly you can add 5 different profiles and you can have your own separate like shelf, all your interests and hobbies, etc. So you're not kind of crossing over with each other, which I think is really good value, because either one person can pay the monthly fee, or like you can spread the cost and split it between 4 or 5 of you. But don't take my word for it, go and have a look yourself. I'm going to put a link up on the screen. I will also put it down below in the description, and also I'll do a pinned comment. Click the link, download the app, because they're offering you a free trial. Not 1 week, not 2 weeks, not even a month. They're giving you 2 months, and it's no obligation. You can cancel anytime, so you've got nothing to lose. You can go and peruse the selection at your leisure. So go and check them out. Cheers. Right, this sauce is looking pretty special. So I've got my water on to boil for the pasta. I'm going to wedge in some salt, good amount of salt. Ooh. Make sure to throw it all over your counter as well. Okay, now that water's boiling, get your penne pasta in. And you're going to want to cook your pasta until it's almost cooked. Okay, you want it just a little tiny bit undercooked, because we're going to finish it off in the sauce. And the best way to tell if it's cooked is just taste as you go. There's no fantastical, magical way to tell if it's done. Just taste the flipping stuff. Right, I'm just going to fish out those parsley stalks. They've done their business. And I'm just going to taste this sauce as well. Just see if it needs anything else. Let's have a butcher's at this then. Oh, it's got a kick to it. It definitely doesn't need any more chilli. Oh. Wow. I'm also going to chuck in my chopped parsley, get that in there. Obviously mix that parsley into the sauce and start ladling in your pasta. I'm pretty tongue-tied today. And then just start mixing it through. And I'm going to also ladle in a little bit of the pasta water. It's going to kind of emulsify everything together. So I'm going to give that probably about a minute or so. Just bring it to like a gentle bubble. And then it's done. You can add like parmesan cheese on there if you want, but you don't need it. Penne Arrabbiata. You wouldn't think it could be so good with so few ingredients, but it flipping well is. So don't scrimp on those ingredients, get good stuff. Use good extra virgin olive oil and good tomatoes. If you get those 2 key things right, it's going to knock your flipping socks off. And leave a comment down below as well. Let me know if there's any other pasta recipes you want me to try. But I'll love and leave you. I'm going to polish this off because that's my dinner. And I'll see your gorgeous faces next time. Ta-ra for now.